Guys, Dave is a brave boy. For you to create these kind of videos, you just need to be brave, because for me, I give it the best of the best. I don't care what people will say, but as long as I know the truth is real, I just keep it real. So Mwita's wife just said she would like Mwita to be back home, but I don't know if Mwita is willing to come back home. Mwita, bibi yako anasema yeye angependa urudi nyumbani. Wewe uko tayari kurudi nyumbani? That is the question. Is he ready to be back home?
Niko tayari.
Uko tayari kurudi nyumbani?
Niko tayari.
Mwita says he's ready to be back home. May I wish them all the very best what life can be. And I'm not here, to demolish or to go crazy on people's families. But I'm just keeping it real.
Guys, has David Jr. taken away Dancing Grandma's husband? Has he taken away Mwita Sr. from his sweetheart? Oh my goodness. Dancing Grandma, the one that they got married just the other day? Has David Jr. separated these two people? Guys, what does Dancing Grandma have to say about this? Dancing Grandma has something to say, of course, about this. Guys, things are hot on the streets. My goodness. David Jr. has taken a bold step. But some people are saying that is not a bold step. That is overstepping. That is crossing the line. That is taking too much. That is biting more than you can chew. That is interfering with other people's affairs. That is interfering with other people's homes. That is breaking a marriage. And people are asking, what is David Jr.'s gain in this? Is this revenge? Because David Jr. said that he is not happy with Dancing Grandma and what was going on in the village back in Nyamwini. He made it very clear because, guys, David Jr. has taken Mwita to his hometown, Mwanza, for those who don't know. Now, Mwanza is where Mwita was born and bred. And so after a long time, he has gone back home. And Mwita has a wife, or rather had a wife back in Mwanza, And something happened. They went separate ways. Mwita came to Kenya, hooked up with Dancing Grandma, and that is how, they got together and, moved on with life. But initially, Mwita had a wife back in Mwanza. I heard this wife saying that she lives at her home, She lives at their home, where she was born. Because when now her and Mwita separated, she went back to her home, but she is willing to come back here where their original home is, where she got married, where it is Mwita's home. I hope you guys get it. Because when she got married, she came here to Mwanza, Mwita brought her home to his home. And after they parted ways, she went back to her home. And now that Mwita has expressed the desire to come back, she is willing to come back to Mwita's home so that they can continue being family. I know we are together up to that point. So David Jr. took Mwita from Dancing Grandma's home in Nyamwini and brought him all the way to his home in Mwanza. And guys, it has brought mixed reactions. The conversations have gotten interesting. People are typing, people are lamenting, people are saying a lot of stuff. Others are commending David Jr. Others are saying that this is the way to go. Young king, you should do what you have to do. You got to help people who need help. Guys, I don't know what you think. I will give you a chance to drop your thoughts in the comments section. Express yourself. Let me know what you think about this, especially after you have watched the clips and after you have understood exactly what is going on. Guys, it is hot out here. Now, I hope that you're all doing great. How is everyone doing? I hope that God is bombarding you with blessings. Now, if you are new here and you're coming across this channel for the very first time, I want to urge you to subscribe, join this amazing family, and you are going to enjoy yourself in this place. For those who are already subscribed, I want to say thank you. To my returning subscribers, you guys are the best of the best. You already know I've got love and lots of love for you all. I do not take any of you for granted. You guys are the best. Guys, I just want to know, what do you think? Because things are hot. Now, before we get into David Jr.'s issue, because guys, this one we need to talk. We really need to talk. Before we get into that, let us first touch on iammarwa's predicament. Now, Maroa came out in his video last night to say that he is facing a very bad challenge. I don't even know if I can call it a challenge or something just happened, something that is not good happened to him at his home. And he came out to say that he is not ready to talk about it. Guys, I saw some people saying that if you're not ready to talk about it, then why are you telling us? I think I understand what Maroa was saying, and I understand where he was coming from. Because guys, sometimes you don't want to keep that thing inside of you, but then again, you don't want to talk about it. But if you don't say something about it, it's going to eat you up. So you have to say something, even if it's a little, to just let it out a little bit, so that it's like a balloon that's in under pressure, that's got a lot of pressure, so that you can let out a bit of that pressure, because it can finish you, guys. It is not easy. So I feel like Maroa was just saying this because he could not handle this. He had to somehow just let it out, even if it's a little bit. I looked at the comment section and I saw people very concerned. People came out to say that take heart. People are just there giving their encouraging messages, good messages. People are telling him to take heart. Challenges are there in life. And a good number of people were speculating, and they were thinking that maybe it is something to do with the horse. A few, of course, are saying, I hope nothing is bad with the child. But most people, of course, were thinking about the horse. And me too, guys. Me too. That is definitely where my mind would go, because the way Maroa put it, it is something that has happened right at his home, So we had him talk about a horse that has been sick, or rather a horse that has been having high temperatures lately. And so somehow our thoughts would be correct to go that direction. Now, all I can just say is this. This is a very, very expensive investment. And to be very honest, guys, if we love Maroa, we should tell Maroa the truth. Because sometimes I see people, wanting to just defend something that is not defendable. For instance, guys, Maroa should be advised. And this is just from me, guys, from the bottom of my heart. Maroa should be advised to get professionals, like real, true professionals whom will be paid very, very well, who can do this thing, because this is a very, very expensive investment. And so it also involves, it needs very, well coordinated, highly skilled, and just people who are experienced. Guys, Maroa cannot afford to be losing horses like this. Maroa needs a stronger, more professional horse management team to avoid future losses, because, guys, this is a business, and a very expensive one at that. I don't know how many times I've said that. My goodness, guys, imagine investing a lot of money in a venture, and then you have started incurring losses like this at a very early stage. Something should be done. Some intervention needs to take place like right about now, quick and fast. It is like as a matter of urgency. I mean, if you ask me, guys, that is what I think. And I know that many of you agree with me, because I looked at the comment section and I saw people coming to give Maroa advice, a lot of advice on how he should check out what the horses are eating, to take samples of any sick animals, the horses, and take them to South Africa to experts, or maybe even to Nairobi somewhere, to some sort of experts, guys, and also to get a very, very experienced professional vet. Of course, these people need to be paid very well, guys. It is what it is. It is an investment that is expensive, and it will need a lot of money, to take care of these things if they need to survive, guys. That is just my opinion, because sometimes when people, when things reach where they have reached, I mean, people have to do what they have to do. Drastic measures have to be taken, guys. What do you all think? Start typing in the comment section, guys. Let me know. Is it okay? What Maroa already has in place, the kind of people that he is using for his horses, and something else also. In my opinion, I feel like Maroa is doing a lot. A lot meaning as a solo person, sometimes you need to delegate this work to people. You need some, guys, you cannot do everything by yourself. It becomes overwhelming. It will stress you out, and also, I know that the internet is good. We normally look for solutions in the internet, but then again, we still need that physical vet. We still need that physical person. We need these physical people who are good at what they do, so that they can help us. I don't know what you all think, guys. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just giving my opinion, guys. We need to talk about this as well, because Maroa cannot get losses, cannot start incurring losses, this early in the business. Guys, I know he did not say what it is, but we are just saying, in case it is this horse thing, in case it is a horse that has become very ill, or in case it is a horse that has gone, guys, what would you advise Maroa? Because even if the horse is not dead, what would you advise him so that he can avoid horses dying in the future? What can you tell Maroa, guys? So, guys, let us look at some of the comments and let us see how people advised Maroa. And so this one said, I am afraid your sadness concerns one of the sick horses. Our prayers are with you. But if I were you, if a horse gets seriously ill or dies, I would take a sample of its blood, urine, and poop. Then take it to the laboratory testing, either in Kenya or South Africa, for proper diagnosis. This would prevent same issue happening again and again. If you know the diagnosis, you know the medicine. I believe that is a very, very good and sound advice. And this one says, Maroa, please leave the horses alone. These animals are not cows. Bring as many cows and goats as you want, but no more horses. Horses are very delicate animals that need a special care. Your workers have no clue. The vet has not the slightest idea. How the hell do you expect the horses to survive in Nyabohanse? This is not fair to the animals. Well, for this one, I think that Maroa has already brought in the horses, so he has to do something with the horses that are already here. And that is just my opinion. So I feel like maybe he should not bring more, but for the ones that are already here, they should see how to deal with them, in a better way. Of course, guys, I'm not saying that he is not dealing with them well, but all I'm just saying is that you can always better your best. What you think is your best, you can still do better, And so let us go to the next one. Please do not import any more horses. Take good care of the ones that you have bought for now and let them multiply. And that is exactly what I was saying. I agree with this one. Because he has already brought in the horses, he can, not do anything about it now. And so the only prudent thing would be to take care of them, in a better way. Another one says, Marwa, take samples of the horses. Marwa, take samples of the horse to be tested and also put some cameras around your compound. More specifically, where your animals and your belongings are, and monitor everything. Haters don't like seeing you progress the way you are. Thank you. This one is saying that maybe there's some foul play. Maybe somebody is doing something to these horses. Maybe, just maybe, somebody is putting something that they're not supposed to put in their food, their water, or something. And so Maroa should be very vigilant, and the cameras should monitor each and everything in the compound, especially where these horses are. I agree. I totally agree with this one as well. And just below that comment, this one says, I grew up with horses. And just looking at your past videos, it seems your horses are eating something toxic. You need to really inspect the fields before allowing your horses to eat. And guys, this is coming from somebody who grew up with horses. So I want to think that they have experience. And this comment of theirs should be taken very, very seriously. And guys, I have two very interesting comments that I want us to look at. Now, this one says, Marwa, I have a feeling that your business partners in South Africa are not only selling you only sick horses, but the lowest breed. Next time, avoid importing already mature horses. Next time, avoid importing already mature horses. Now, you need to concentrate on the ones you already have. Hire professional horse doctors and keepers to guide you one-on-one on proper horse keeping rather than relying on the internet. For instance, when did you ever trim the horse's hooves? Might be wrong. I stand corrected. Well, that is good advice. Mara should look into that. Guys, when you're having a problem with something, you cannot rule anything out. You have to check every single thing so that you can find where the problem is. And now, last but not least, our very own Flora said, I am sorry, guys, but these misfortunes visiting Maroa might require deliverance. Oh my God. This queen of snake tattoos came with a lot of issues from the occult world, and I fear she might be part of the problem. Guys, what do you all think? What do you think about this? Could this be something spiritual? Could the Queen of Tattoos have left a spell in the villa? Guys, what is going on? Somebody advise quick and fast. My goodness. Let me know what you think in the comment section about this whole these comments. And also, if you have something that is besides what we have seen in these comments, please feel free to drop them in the comments section below. And also like this video, guys. Give it a massive thumbs up. Now, guys, this issue of Uncle Ogutu being fired and stuff like that, I've always wanted to talk about this, but I keep forgetting. I know many people have already spoken about it, given their views, but I have to also give my opinion about this. Guys, I have seen the stick boy come out to talk a lot as usual. He is saying that Maroa is the one who kicked out Uncle Ogutu's wife, and so Uncle Ogutu has a grudge with iammarwa. And he was walking around the village with a machete asking, where have you seen Maroa? I want to deal with him. If you see Marwa, tell him I'm looking for him. If you see Marwa, tell him I am looking for him. Guys, that sounds so stupid. It sounds like somebody, it sounds like something not anyone would believe. Because first of all, guys, is Maro the kind of person who is walking around the village? You know, like he normally goes to the pubs, goes I don't know where. I mean, just roaming around the village. Why would Uncle Ogutu be looking for Marwa around the village? You know, aimlessly, anywhere, everywhere, asking people, "Have you seen Marwa?" Are you serious? Doesn't Uncle Ogutu know where Marwa's home is? To go and look for Marwa there, or wait for Marwa there, or wait for Marwa at the gate, or something. Uncle Ogutu has to walk around the village asking people if they have seen Marwa. And tell me how damn that sounds. You know, listen to this stick boy, guys, so you can know that he is really delusional. He is out of his damn mind.
With nothing. So he came to his brother, Machete Man, that is Marwa's stepfather, to stay there. So Marwa gave him a job to be his security guard because he can utilize, you see, he can utilize his dangerous personality to guard the home. So Ogutu, because you are a feared man and you are a dangerous man, when you have a machete, how about you be sitting at my gate here because people are scared of you? Nobody can come to my home knowing that you are here as a bulldog and as a security man. So I'll be paying you a few money and then a few coins that is convertible into the food you eat here and the house you live here. And Ogutu agreed to that. So he started working at Maroa's as a security man, being paid with food and shelter. So Mara thought that I can use this uncle to make some money, and he paraded him and said, Ogutu needs a wife, and to get a wife, he needs a house, and to get a house, and the house is empty, so let's contribute money and put something in the house. So they did that. But the idea of buying Ogutu a piece of land and building him a house failed terribly, and Donatus failed to send money. So Ogutu became useless. And so Senso kicked the wife away and said, Uncle's wife has left. And I told you there was a very deep story here. So Senso kicked the wife away because he felt guilty. He was the one who brought that young lady to Ogutu. And Ogutu, he could go drink and come home. Instead of at least climbing on her, he started beating her. So Mara took the wife away. And so Ogutu has developed a very bad grudge with this guy. And now, last night he was out there with a machete, roaming, asking for Mara, looking for him. And whoever was coming his way, he was throwing the machetes to him. So he has become a very dangerous guy out there in that village. So Mara thought he should fire him before they meet. If they do, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm praying that Mara will be safe because, you know, there are people who have nothing to lose. And if someone had declared that their life is, they are ready for everything. When you can't really start, battling with people like that. For example, Ogutu knows that going to prison is nothing for him. So I don't really think that Mara should be playing with some people like that. The only thing he can do right now is get Ogutu, lock him up, and
So now, Uncle Ogutu's wife, Rhoda, did not run away because she was being battered. Gaty, make up your mind. Which one is it? Did she run away because she was being battered, or is it Marwa who chased her away? Guys, this thick boy does not know what he is saying. In so many previous videos, he came out to say that this woman ran away because she was being battered. You know, now it is Marwa who chased this woman away, and that is why Uncle Ogutu is mad at Marwa, and that is why Uncle Ogutu is looking for Marwa, using a machete, wanting to attack Marwa, blah, blah, shit. Gaty, make up your mind. Which is which? Did Marwa kick this girl out, or is it Uncle, is it Uncle Ogutu, who was beating her up until she decided to take off. Shameless person. Make up your mind. And guys, the reason why he is changing the narrative is because he wants to bring in the issue of Uncle Ogutu being built a house. So he is putting that issue of Uncle Ogutu beating his wife up aside. And he is taking up that part of Marwa is the one who kicked her out, because he wants to say that Marwa kicked him out. Sorry, Marwa kicked him out because the donors did not come through to build him a house, buy him land and build him a house. He is saying that Marwa wanted to use the donors for his own gain. He is saying that Marwa wanted to use the donors to buy Uncle Ogutu land and also construct for him a house. And since that did not happen, that is why Marwa got mad, and that is why Marwa kicked out this wife, because the wife was supposed to come and give this semblance of family, that Uncle Ogutu has a family. And since that backfired, Uncle Ogutu kept drinking and all this stuff. Marwa decided to chase away this wife because everything backfired. The donors were not coming through. Now see, he will say something to suit the narrative that he wants to push out there, not necessarily the truth. So this guy in this pod lies, better stop lying.
And Ogutu is said to have finished someone, to have unlived someone, and he was taken to prison. And so that is the guy who is beefing with Marwa right now. And he's busy in the village with a machete looking for Marwa. And he has declared war. So Marwa came to this home and to check around and see if Ogutu is still roaming around so that he can lock the house. Ogutu doesn't come inside. Because last night, Ogutu was roaming around, very drunkard, and with a machete, and he was looking for Marwa. And he said, Marwa has messed up my life. This guy has messed up my life, so I'm looking for him. I don't know how this is going to end, because I can already see it's so messy, very messed up. And he was chasing out, not just he wasn't just asking around, like, where have you seen Marwa? No, he was with a machete. And whoever was coming his way, he was throwing the machete to them. He was throwing the machete to them. Where have you seen Marwa? I don't know. Hey, when you see him, tell him, I'm looking for him. And I'm so serious in this time.
So today I made a decision just to fire him. He has to just, he can stay here as my uncle. I don't have a problem. But to work for me, no more.
He is just a confused element. Believe this guy at your own risk. Now, guys, the issue of David Jr. David Jr. has gone to Mwanza with Mwita Sr., and we have seen him meet his family. We have seen him meet the first wife of Mwita. And by the way, guys, it feels so bad, when you see the titles, like Mwita's real wife. Like, this other one is fake. So what was that wedding all about? They actually paid dowry. Yes, the cow was sold in the market, but the cow was given. The cows, actually, it is not just one cow. The cows were given as dowry. So traditionally, Mwita is also married to Dancing Grandma. So Dancing Grandma is not a fake wife, according to me. Dancing Grandma is a wife to Mwita Sr. So that means that Mwita Sr. is polygamous. That means that he has two wives. That is how I look at it, guys. So I know that maybe that's just a title, guys. Those are just titles for YouTube. Just like sometimes I do a title and then somebody, like the other day, that Anne-Marie idiot coming to tell me, oh, your titles, these titles are the ones that run the show, guys. And it is advised by YouTube itself. Oh, yes. So somebody cannot come and start telling us on how to do titles, and yet they themselves are not on YouTube and they don't know how the YouTube titles are supposed to be done. Anyhow, guys, that is not the topic for today. Now, Matilda and David Jr. Were in this place, and it was really a very emotional moment. Meeting all these people. And guys, me, all I can say is this. This wife of Mwita, the one in Mwanza, she obviously would say yes. Obviously, guys, these people seem to live a poor life. They're in poverty. So there's no way you can ask her, what do you think? Should Mwita come back home? And you're asking her that after you have shown her a video of, a small video of the house that you have built for them back in Nyamwini village. Of course, and you have told her, that Mwita has these friends from the USA, and particularly one very good friend called guys, New Jersey grandma. Anybody would say, yes, I want him to come back so that I can be built for a house, so that I can also live well, so I can also be involved with his good friends from the USA. Guys, when this woman was asked, she readily said, yes, Mwita can come home, and, I live. And this is where she said that she lives in her home, her original home. Her parents' home. That is where she lives, and she said that she is ready to pick up all her grandkids, all her stuff, and move to Mwita's home so that they can become one big happy family once again. Guys, what do you all think? I just want to read something that one of you sent to me, and I want you all to comment objectively, guys, with an open mind after you listen to this little piece that I'm going to read to you. So, guys, one of you wrote me this on WhatsApp, and she said, as I watched Matinde's video, Meet Mwita's Real Wife, Devi talks to Mwita about resettling back with his ex-wife. It got me thinking, what if another young man took Congrat's mom and persuaded her on social media to go back to Kohera Senior? Or Mr. Ondari going back to his first wife? How would Devi feel? Matilda says, homes can be challenging, which I agree with. Mwita's ex-wife, his daughter, his sister, Maria, and the other woman were all weirdly quiet. What do you think, guys? So, guys, what do you all think? Do you think David Jr. did wrong? Do you think that it is okay for him to save Mwita? Because, guys, David Jr. spoke a lot, and he said that Mwita is the one who made them build that house over there in Nyamwini. He said that Mwita has been suffering. He said that Mwita is being mistreated. He said that Mwita is not at peace. He even said that his subscribers, his audience, has been telling him that this man is not happy. He is not at peace. He is not well. How can you help him? And so David Jr. is saying that, you know what? I have to help Mwita. Mwita, you should stay here. Here it is more peaceful. Here they love you. I am surprised, even off camera, how they are treating you so well, with respect, with so much love. Why are you going to the other side? Why do you stay there where you are being treated like a slave, doing work from morning to evening, being insulted, being beaten up? Why do you stay on the other side? Guys, did David Jr. save Mwita, or did David Jr. do wrong by taking him here? And has he done wrong by trying to say that he should get back together with his wife and he should stay back in Mwanza? What do you all think, guys? As you are pondering about that, as you are typing in the comments section, telling me what you think, let us listen to what David Jr. said, his actual words to this family.
Kama ni msaada huu ambao Mungu ameutanguliza. Kwa kitu cha kwanza ambacho tunataka kusema ni kumtanguliza Mwenyezi Mungu. Tunashukuru kwa hilo kwanza, na endapo yeye pia roho yake imefunguka kuwa nataka nirudi nyumbani kwa ajili ya familia yangu, na sisi tunamwombea arudi nyumbani, na hayo mambo ambayo atakayofanyika pia tunaomba Mungu yafanyike kupitia jina la Mungu.
Asante.
Maana yake atakaporudi, mimi ninaishi kwetu, unaona, na nina watoto, tuna wajukuu tayari. Ina maana hakitatengenezewa tu sehemu hii hapa ya kusema bana nimeamua kurudi na sehemu yangu imekamilika. Mimi pia niko tayari kukusanya na wajukuu wetu na watoto, ninarudi tunaendelea kuishi na maisha yetu hapa.
Alright.
Ndilo ninaloomba hilo.
Guys, Dave is a brave boy. For you to create these kind of videos, you just need to be brave, because for me, I give it the best of the best. I don't care what people will say, but as long as I know the truth is here, I just keep it real. So Mwita's wife just said she would like Mwita to be back home, but I don't know if Mwita is willing to come back home. Mwita, bibi yako anasema yeye angependa urudi nyumbani. Wewe uko tayari kurudi nyumbani? That is the question. Is he ready to be back home?
Niko tayari.
Uko tayari kurudi nyumbani?
Niko tayari.
Mwita says he's ready to be back home. May I wish them all the very best what life can be. And I'm not here, to demolish or to go crazy on people's families. But I'm just keeping it real.
When I began this video, I said that Dancing Grandma has something to say about this whole thing. You know, Dancing Grandma is back with Hosea, doing their videos, doing their vlogs. She is cleaning her compound, and she came out and she said some stuff. And, this is when they were having a conversation with Hosea. And she came out and said that, Mwita is going to come and do this, weeding. Mwita is going to come and do this. I'm waiting for Mwita to come and do that. I'm waiting. And I was like, you are waiting for Mwita to come and do stuff for you, and Mwita is already getting back with his wife? This woman seems not to know what is going on. She is clearly, in oblivion. Somebody help Dancing Grandma. I know that she is going to get mad, seriously mad. I feel like she is going to go all the way to Mwanza. What do you all think, guys? Let us watch Dancing Grandma and Hosea doing their thing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, the maize it have already. Na nilidiedi.
Yakimbie. Naona hata yale yameota. Wale walivyofika kwa Mwita.
Pale vile.
Ipote nimepanda wapote, unaona? Nitaki kukaa hivyo.
Eti.
Unaona?
Chakula ndio muhimu.
Chakula sasa pale kaburi. Pale walifika kujengea Mwita wakaarisha, na ilikuwa kuna mahindi. So walifika hai.
Okay.
Na mimi nimeona ngoja niweke mahindi.
Iko sawa. Okay, so Granny, she have already replanted the maize, you see. They have already germinated. Now she's saying she needs maybe to apply the fertilizer. Yeah, that's at this DAB. Then later you will just do the CN, other things, okay? Which is good and well. And I see the guy is here back home, putting more effort working, also to see that the home is just clean and other things are good, like home is home. And also when you are just at home, you see there's some of the things that you need to do. So since you have been here also, I've seen that you have done something. You have done something, which is good. Mimi nadhani hata hizo naniri hizo mbao utakuja usitafutie sehemu zitoke karibu na hiyo naniri hapo. I'm telling you, maybe you should also remove. Naona venye ziko hapo hivyo, wadudu hao wanaingia tena wana affect hizo sasa. So hiyo utakuja itoe, uziweke kama tafute sehemu hata kama ni hapa mbele, zinakaa hapa zinajitegemea. Sio karibu na nyumba.
What do you all think about this video? What do you think about the whole shenanigans of Nyamwini village of Mwanza, of what David Jr. has done? What do you think about Marwa and what has befallen him? What do you think about the stick boy coming out here to lie as usual? Please feel free to drop your thoughts and sentiments down in the comments section. Please like this video. Do not forget to like this video, and also subscribe if you have not already. To all the new subscribers in the house, I want to say thank you so very much. To my returning subscribers, you guys are the best. Guys, let us all meet in the next one. Bye-bye.
I educate, put things straight, that's my fate. Truth teller, reality checker. Truth teller, I'm your protector from the lies and the fake narrative. Truth is what I got to give. Speak the truth, speak the truth. Speak it to set you free. Speak the truth, speak the truth. It's Mwita, your African daughter. Don't pay